NBA 2K18 tutorial number 77. Today we're going to focus on the money play to help your offensive efficiency climb just a little more. So what we're going to focus on today is a Horns STS set. So STS stands for Screen the Screener. And what we're going to do is I'm going to teach you guys how to weaponize the screener, because we're going to be using the screener as an off-ball scorer, or at the same time we'll also be using him as a distraction to help the handler to score. Alright? Now, the play itself is called Fist 1-4 Horns STS. It's in the Boston and Pelicans playbook, and this requires a player with pick and roll ball handler to call the play for. And don't worry about the playbook issues, stay to the end of the tutorial. I'll teach you guys how to work around this if you don't have the Boston or Pelicans playbook on my team. Okay, so stay to the end for that. I'll discuss that in detail later. But let's take a look at the play one time in real time. So I'm just going to show you guys running the play on basic level. So you're going to run it just the way the branches come up, and it can be somewhat effective if you do it this way, because you see it starts off in Horns formation and the two screeners screen each other and then the ball screen come towards you. So running it at this very basic level where you are adding no user manipulation and you are just following the simple branches of the play, as you can see what I'm doing here. I call the play for Rubio and the center sets me to pick because of the Horns formation, very good spacing, work the ball around and you will find something. Now, I suggest you do go to this basic option to start, just to get used to the play, and also by the end it will be a very good twist. But I will be adding advanced options to this, as you will see down the line, and you can see that got the open free. I missed it, but that's still a good look. Alright, so let's take a look at the advancing I talked about. So what you're going to do is, instead of just using the screen, you are actually going to use the Hesi escape dribble move as the setup. So you can see Dwayne will hop to one side here and go back. That's what I want you guys to do. If you add in that Hesi escape, which you can learn from tutorial number 1, it's going to really improve the set. So watch it in slow motion. I call it for Rubio here. I'm going to escape Hesi dribble into the first screen. You see I'm escaping into the first screen like it's a real, but it's fake. I'm doing that to make it seem like I'm jumping into a ball screen. It throws up the defense, because after I land on my Hesi escape, I'm going to get ready to turbo straight into the second screen that is being set immediately by Favors here, and that's gonna force the defense to either switch or give up the hedge, and I can turn the corner. Because it's a Horns formation, it helps a ton, and we were able to force a switch there, as you saw I blew by Kevin Love, and that got me a lot of space. So you can see it here again. I called the play for Rubio and we destroyed the pick and roll defense with the Hesi escape. So you see I'm Hesi escaping to the right, like I'm using Favor for a screen there after he comes out of the STS, but I'm not. I'm just setting myself up to go turbo back the other way at full speed. This really works on human users online, because they think that first Hesi escape you're doing towards Favors is a real pick and roll, but it's not. Favors goes to the other side and comes back. Just watch it one time here, you can see what I'm saying. So I'm calling the play for D-Wade. I get him the ball. I know Green is going to screen for Love here as the STS action. So I'm going to make it seem like Kevin Love is coming off a screen for me, but I'm not. But then I'm going to hop back, turbo right away. So the fixed screen Hesi is incredibly effective, because if it doesn't give me the drive, it will get me a clean roll, as you can see there. And Kevin Love misses this, but I don't care. That's a good action. That's a good look. And another counter I want to teach you guys is the RC control slip, the ball screener action that I like to do. What you're going to do is you're going to go to controller settings though, and make sure you disable skip pass, and change your receiver control to handoff and pitch pass, and change your icon passing to full receiver control. So for those of you who follow me, you already know this. For those of you who are new to the family, just make sure you watch tutorial number 5. I teach it in detail there, alright? But you guys know what I'm talking about, the RC slip I've been teaching all year long. This play is very good for it. So I've called the play here once again for Rubio. And you can see they're setting up in Horns. Ingles is going to free Favors of an STS action. What I'm going to do is I'm going to tap R1 and hold L2 to gain control of Favors. You can see I already tapped R1 because the icons came up. I'm going to hold L2 to become Favors. I'm going to use him like I'm faking the screen, and I'm just going to slip. But I'm holding on to his player icon the whole time. I hold on to L2, turbo if I need to. And when I see Favors open like this, all I got to do is let go of L2, and I'll pass Favors the ball. As you can see here, I let go of L2, Favors catches it. That's a user control STS screen into a ball screen into a slip. That is user control. That's like weaponizing the screener to the maximum in 2K18. Like, this is the best you can do. Here you can see me again. Ingles gives Favors the STS action. I tap R1. I'm holding on to L2 here to become Favors. This is smart slip timing, because I go after the off-ball screen by the other back. See it? Watch. I'm going after Ingles screens Love. Then I switch to Favors and I slip, and then I let go of L2, get the ball. That was excellent timing going off the off-ball screen by Ingles, controlling favors into a slip. Very, very intricate action, very quick timing, but you have full control of all this action, so it's very unfair and a competitive advantage against the defense. See it here again, I called it for James, Crowder slips, gonna STS love. This time I start the RC control after the off-ball pick, so you can see I tapped R1, that's why the icon came up. And as the icon came up, I'm gonna hold on to L2, become Kevin Love. There's no clean dive this time, but I forced a very favorable switch of the Crowder action. So I get a mismatch in the post here between Love and Donovan Mitchell, and like that's a wrap because of the spacing. Easy 2 for Kevin. So you can see it another time here. This is a very tricky one. I added an even bigger twist to this, so check it out. This is pretty fun. So I called it for Rubio. Ingles is going to set the STS with favors. Favor comes off the screen, but he's not in a very favorable position to slip. So instead of slipping favors, I tap R1, but this time instead of holding L2, I'm going to hold triangle, and I slip the off-ball screener. So I slipped Ingles instead of favors, because Ingles has better slip position, and I recognize that. That's not even nice. Like, that's a very douchey move, but it's a very effective douchey move. And for some of you be like, oh Sam, if we're doing the slip so much with this set, why don't we just hold triangle like you showed us before the slip? I wouldn't encourage using triangle with slip. Now would it work? Yeah, you can see it works pretty good here. But because of the initial STS action that comes between the two bigs and horns in this set, a messiness can happen. And if you don't use a control slip with the RC, if you try to do a triangle slip, it might, you see that? It crowds the spacing, you can't read and react. I got an open shot out of it, but that's not the ideal situation. So I suggest use the RC control to slip, okay? And here are some clips of the play that doesn't run as smoothly. I want to show you guys the true way to run a play set, because you can't panic if the situation isn't ideal. You gotta trust the spacing of the set and your passing, because I have taught you guys to run everything with pace motion cuts, and every set I choose for you has good spacing. Like, if you don't add any alteration on plays, it's okay, but it's not smart. Like I showed you guys here earlier, the basic option works, right? This is the basic option of the play. I'm getting open looks, like I miss an open free there, I work the ball around again, and you can see me call the same set again, and I'm still running the basic action without the slip nor the hezzy escape dribble, and there's still very clear success. So the plays I picked for you guys are actually already very strong, even on a basic level. But if you add stuff to it, it's gonna work even better. But sometimes, even if I add stuff, you see I'm adding the hezzy escape here, plays don't always work the way you intend them to. Like you see here, I did the hezzy escape, there's nothing, I don't have enough time to run the play again. But that's why I taught you guys pace motion cuts as your freelance, because now you can go back to pace motion cuts, like wing pick and roll 1-4 action, bounce pass to Tristan. Still good stuff. So don't forget, if a play breaks, you still have pace. And at the same time, please, I have showed you guys this many times already, because I've changed the way I do this. When the plays do work, you just gotta understand, even if you're wide open like here, wide open shot, perfect execution, you're gonna miss. Like, don't get mad, ever. That's a good look, let that go right away. It's all about reading and reacting to the set and trying to get the best shot. Like, watch this slip right here, family. This is very nice. I called a play for LeBron. I'm going to Kevin Love, and then I slip. The slip is actually bad, but I noticed the spacing of the play. I kick it to Calderon right away with no hesitation. That's a read and react pass. That's how you want to use the sets. And you can see me call for Rubio here. Once again, fist 1-4 horns STS. Favors come off the Ingo STS action. I go into favors, I slip the screen. Nothing, work the ball around. Read and react, find the right passes. Even if you miss, move on. Spacing is good, execution is fine. Now for those of you, please don't panic about playbooks. Check my pinned comment. I've posted a few of these, but I think some of you still don't know. You can actually search for the plays you like that I show you and find which playbook has it, even though if you don't have the Pelicans and Boston playbook. Now the plays won't be exactly the same. Obviously, the Boston playbook is still the best, but you can find workarounds. So check my pinned comment in the comment section. I'll post it as I post a video. And you can see it will be like this. If you open a document, I found this on Reddit. Shout out to that guy. If you go to if you look at the top right here, you see I have typed in Celtics on the top right. All you're gonna do is type in the play name on the search bar on the top right, and you will actually, the document will show you all of the plays in my team. These are my team playbook documents. Play Now Online guys are fine because you can always change the playbooks. But for my team guys, this document has all the record of the playbooks for every team. Just type in the play name of the plays I show you. Search through it and you'll be able to find playbooks that have it. Obviously, Celtics is still the best because it's at every play here. As you can see, I think my Celtics playbook have over 13 money plays. But just search the plays you like with this document. You'll be able to find the plays in different playbooks, even if you can't afford the Celtics or Pelicans yet. Okay? And once again, drop me your PSN again for a shooting guard and a small forward pro-am scout film. I mean, if you stay till this late, in my video, I know you know all my plays. Like, I know you watch my videos, so that's good. I'll pick you because I need guys that know the plays. So please give me your Twitter too when you post the shooting guard small forward tryout. I actually already made film for 2 players already from the players that were commenting in the last Pro-Am film session video I did. So I am trying my best to make as many of these as I can through the scouting process. I'm also trying to find players that are good so I can play with them throughout the course of the qualifiers, and also maybe down the line 2K League qualifying games, NBA 2K League qualifying games. So just keep giving me your information. I am looking for either off-ball point guard, shooting guard, and small forward. Or yeah, bigs I got, so bigs I can. I already found my bigs, so sorry big guys. But as always, hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Leave your comments in the comment section if you want to join Pro-Am or anything, any questions you have about playbooks, because I noticed I gained a lot of new subs lately, and a lot of you are asking me the playbook question, because like my old subs would know I've been solving this many times already. That playbook document solves it. You just gotta find the play, type in the play name, find the document. I'll put it there again, so if you're new here, welcome to the family. Always help you in 2K, but that's the document. Please save it. I'll try to pin it as much as I can, but please save the document. And Pro-Am guys, at me in making film session, we'll have more film session ready. Thanks to all of you guys who are supporting the new Pro-Am content recently, just making these to help my subs out, because a lot of my subs do play Pro-Am and play now, but I'm trying to help them get noticed, right? Because it's hard to get noticed in Pro-Am if you don't have a channel, if you don't have Twitch, or just I'm trying to help my guys out. So that's what I'm doing, so please support that Pro-Am content. I mean, hey, we're on the 2K family here, so support each other. It'll be pretty cool if one of us make it, especially one of my subs, because you know, if you're my sub, you like basketball, and I appreciate that. So as always, thanks for coming. Defensive settings tutorial, more coming this weekend. Interesting settings and interesting results. More money plays, more Pro-Am. And yep, I'll see all of you next time.